Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin CME futures on the hourly time frame, and I I just made a video and I meant to pause it and I stopped it and can't restart it from there. So here we are remaking it. We got a CME futures gap over the weekend here, 67.3 to 68.2, almost $1,000 gap. We are on the hourly time frame here, looking at that. We come back and fill that. Usually we do, not always. So that's that. I'm thinking we're going to. That's what I'm thinking now. Here on a daily time frame. Don't really see it as much. That's what I go by usually. If the candle bodies, the daily candle bodies overlap, I consider it closed. But that's not what everybody else does. Everybody else goes by the close to the open. So there is that $1,000 gap about there. And the market's just opened. U.S. market's just opened. So let's take a look at what's going on over there. 20 minutes ago now. And everything is in the red. Last time I looked, NASDAQ was slightly green, but everything's in the red now. Coinbase, let's look at that. Yeah, it's coming down a little because in the video I just made, it was 222. Now it's 221. And all of the ETFs here doing pretty good. They're up a little. This market's looking good. Here's our indexes, as you would, if we had indexes, I guess these would be them. Now, what's bullish to me is that on the total crypto market cap, we are breaking out of this channel here. But that's not the be-all, end-all, but it is significant. That's what I was looking for to confirm a true breakout. We did have this fake out here. And is that all we're getting here too, maybe? Maybe this is just another fake out and a pullback. I think we will get a pullback. But we're headed the right direction. Now, I don't know, let's just take a look at Total 3. I haven't really looked at this. We are heading upwards in our channel. You know, we could continue this oscillation here. We could see a pullback down to this center line. You know, let me see what kind of a pullback we're going to need on Bitcoin to fill that gap. I'm thinking if we get back down to about 67. Jesus Christ, look at this chart. Oh, we're here, so let's do it. Oh, you know what? I got this fractal, which is really, really funny. But before we get into that, let's measure what we really need to do here. From where we're at right now to get down to 67, let's say. About a 6.5% pullback. Whoops. Oh, that's not what I want to do. And that would usually be slightly more on total 3, 6.5% or more. That would get us back down into this region down here. Or on a daily time frame. I mean, that's not out of the question. When is that? That would be this coming weekend. You know, certainly that is possible. That's what I am looking at. Now, if we go to, let's see, my prediction, my original lines that I drew. Here, we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame on Coinbase. Believe it or not, there are fewer lines here on this chart. But you can see my original green line is the plan right there. I wonder if I turn this, well, I'm not going to turn it sideways. Might throw off my video. But that was the plan. And you can see we've been following it pretty damn close. Since right over here. Came down, came back up. Had this little doohickey there. And now we are continuing on upwards. But we're almost up about where I predicted. Well, that's about 74. That's our previous all-time high. And then from there, I did expect to pull back into the election. So possibly that's what happens. Now, jobs data actually should be coming out in the next few minutes, I believe. Wait. Yeah, it should be coming out in the next few days, the JOLTS. Now, last month when that happened, JOLTS came out, I believe, October 1st. And this is what we saw. We saw a big drop with decreased demand in the labor market. So how much of a percent is this? Not September 30th. That well, that's a 6% move right there. So could we get that today? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, if you look at the this stuff right here. Okay, we're looking at the Bitcoin. What are we looking at? What's this called? Order book, the Bitcoin order book. And we're looking at Bitcoin on CoinGlass, and we're looking at Bitcoin versus USD or USDC on the various exchanges. And look at, I mean, you can see all this sell pressure right here at 72. We got a lot to go through. Now, let's say to get to 72.5, you can see 1,200 orders, roughly. And then to get to 66.7, I have to switch to a different chart. You got about the same amount to get all the way down to fill that gap as to get all the way up, or not all the way up, just to 72.6, 72.7 or so. To go up $1,000 or to go down $4,000, you got to go through the same amount of orders, roughly, something like that. on these exchanges. Let's go see what it's like on the USDT pair. Just Binance and this other one. What is that other one? I don't even know. Oh, we're on the 10. I usually have this on the 100. There we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see, we don't have a lot of orders below. But yeah, just to get to this. Why is this so short? It's so weird. It looks weird. If you want to get to, well, let's see what we need to do to get to the green. Down to 67, 66, 7. Yeah, you got about 1,300 orders or so. And 1,300 orders to the upside. Be about 73. And we're at 70. See, look at when you look like that, look at that big, huge wall. But it always looks like that. Now, a lot of people say there's fake orders and stuff like that. And, you know, so to go up 1,000 points or to go down about 5,000 points is this, you have to go through the same amount of orders. Just seems to me be easier to go down and fill that gap. And let's see what kind of liquidations we're looking at here. Let me refresh the chart. We're on this. We're on CoinGlass Bitcoin liquidation heat map. I have the symbol box checked, and we're looking at a 12-hour chart. Okay, so we are just right up there, wanting to liquidate these guys. I think I checked earlier, and there's like 100 million. When I'm on my phone, I can't really. It doesn't really click on this stuff. Oh, yeah, there's probably a couple 100 million altogether there. Yeah, there's probably a couple 100 million. Either way you go. And we are right there at the top right now. So, jobs data just came out, so let's see how the market's reacting. And well, it's not dumping. I guess we're going to try to get those shorts liquidated. Yeah, if we do that, you know, this could keep going. Just could keep going. Yeah, we are breaking above this. We are breaking above here. And when we do that, yeah, maybe we come up here, get rejected there. But you have to consider, yeah. Could we just shoot all the way up to, I don't think we could just shoot all the way up to 74. Maybe we could. You know, who knows? Who knows what's going on here? Let me hold on and look at things. All right, well, we're back, and we're back here on the Bitcoin US dollar index on the hourly chart, and you can see we did come back down below that blue and white dashed line I was looking at. Close above that on a 4 hour might get us, might indicate that we are going to continue upwards here. The top, actually, the top of that channel would either be, we might stop here a little bit and consolidate. Actually, we probably would. That's seven. See, I find it hard to believe we would break our all-time high. I don't think we're going to come up, or we're going to see beyond 74. So I don't think that's going to happen. Now, we could come up to that green line. As a matter of fact, we are trading within that channel. That green line is at, about 73.5. So we could see a move up there today. But we would get rejected there. Definitely. And that would fall in line with my prediction of us coming up here, probably pulling back into the election. That's what I'm guessing. There's too much uncertainty coming up. We got all these flags at the bottom of the screen. See all those flags? So that's important data coming out. Now, we just had the JOLTS job openings came out a little cooler than expected. But apparently not enough to move the market in any considerable direction. So we want to see cooler, because that means the labor market is cooling down, and more likely to see the interest rate cuts coming. So, but it wasn't so enough of a drop that it would indicate maybe a change the outlook, that I guess that we would get a possible another 50%. More than likely we'll see another 25 and 25 before the end of the year, and that's what we already thought. So that's why it didn't change the market much. Now tomorrow, well, let's see, tomorrow we get Q3, GDP for Q3, the advanced reading of that, and we got PCE coming in, and personal spending, all that kind of stuff. And then Friday we got the unemployment rate. I think that's the big one. That really affects what's going on here. Now let's go over what we did yesterday. So you can see the purple line down here and the lighter one here and this one here. That represents the 4-hour Gaussian channel. And we did come up through there starting Saturday through the weekend, and kept going. That's why we got that gap on CME futures. We should have pulled back at some point. And we should have pulled back like right here somewhere and closed that gap. And we did not. And instead, so the aqua colored line here is the neckline, the famous neckline that we've had to break. Now we're on an hourly time frame. We didn't even retest this on a 4-hour time frame. We did come back down and test the top of the 4-hour Gaussian channel. Let me switch to a 4-hour actually and see where our candles closed. Yeah, so you can see on a 4-hour, we didn't even confirm this really. Test it. Of course, we did confirm a breakout. We did come down and retest the top of the 4-hour. The Gaussian channel on the 4-hour. Now, the red line you see here is our ultimate breakout point from the bull flag channel that we've been trading in for the past 7 months. And we did break through that on a 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we tested it on a 1-hour at least. Yeah, right here we did test it on a 1-hour. That would be, well, just before the close of market trading on Monday. So but we did not get a where are we? Here we are. A 4-hour or a daily confirmation on there. Not that we have to. I really want to see this stay under there and possibly get an indecision candle in the next hour and a half. Hopefully in the red a little bit. So the next hour and a half, I'd like to see us close below 71 450. And possibly that might indicate a pullback then here. Now, as you can see here, we are traveling right up along this dotted line, and that is our channel, our parabolic channel that takes us up in these quick moves upwards. And if we do continue up here, that's going to 78,000 by Monday. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, we can trade anywhere within this channel. That would be if we just stayed right here along this line. But that doesn't happen. We could travel up and down. We could come up here. We could go down there. We could go completely outside the channel. Now, have we been trading in this channel? We've been trading in this channel since Wednesday. And what we did is we traded upwards in this channel, and then we went sideways, and now we're trading upwards in this channel. Could we go sideways here again? My thinking has been that we're going to come right back down to like here. We're going to come back down to the edge of this channel at some point. Maybe we come, if we're going to come down here, we got to do it pretty quick. Otherwise, we're going to go outside that channel, which is okay. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. The question here is whether we're going to get a pullback or not. Just keep going. We certainly are taking a little bit of a breather here. But a lot of times we do that and then continue upwards. So let me just leave off here and with a look at the daily. Because on the daily time frame, I've pulled a fractal. Where did I pull this fractal from? I pulled this fractal from back here. Yep, right here. Because we're kind of doing a similar thing. I looked at this, I said, you know what? We're kind of doing a similar thing as we did back here. And it is in October, too. And what happened back here? So see, could we be doing this right now? Could this, we just did this, and now we're doing this, and then we're going to do that? Very possibly. And of note, we are kind of in the same channels here. So anyway, I pulled that fractal and placed it right here. As you can see, I started it right here. And you can see that so far we're following it. Now, here, this is Thursday. I got this big wick upwards. So watch out. We're going to get a big wick upwards like that. I don't know if, I don't think it's going to come this week. Maybe. That's the end of the month. But it's kind of interesting how this fractal fits right in. I mean, I just placed it right here. I didn't stretch it. I didn't do anything to it. I just placed it right here where it looked like it was, we were following a similar pattern to what we did last year. And here we are. And then it just happens to go right on top of that blue channel. That's what I was talking about. If we break through here, then we could head up to the top of this channel. So something like this would not be out of the question. I don't think it fits in with the data that we're going to get, but it does indicate that something very similar could happen in the next coming months. And what's really, really interesting is that this also gets us right up here to this white channel, which is the channel from which it's the most important channel in Bitcoin history, and it's the channel from which all parabolic bull rallies start. And you can see we consolidate here in this fractal pattern right below that, which we've done in the past with this channel. We've either consolidated below it, sometimes right on top of it, and sometimes within it. But that's where this fractal takes us, and you can see if we did what we did last year, that gets us up to 165 by March 23rd. So I think we're going to do something similar to this. It's certainly within the realms of reality. I think we might come up further, though. I think we come up to like 187. I think we come up to the top of this blue here. Maybe over here somewhere. Yeah, maybe about up to 170, 80. That's the end of March right there. Maybe we extended to April. So that's interesting, isn't it? And it disappears. That fractal disappears when we go back to the 1 hour. Let's see where we're at. Well, now we're above. We're above that blue line. I think I'm just going to wait. I did jump back into some of my leverage position over the weekend. But I think I'm in it enough right now. I don't want to buy in at these higher prices. I think there's more selling pressure above us than buying pressure below us, and I think we're going to head down into I didn't even look at the volume really. Let's go to daily. No, I don't think our volume's certainly any more than usual. So I think we will see a pullback. I mean, I don't think we're going to rally above 74,000. I don't think we're going to break 74,000 before the FOMC meeting. I think we're going to wait for more information to come. Of course, I could be wrong here. I don't like how we're above that line there. But even if we do make a $2,000 move up to, or about a 15, what is that? Another $1,500 move to here. Probably see a rejection right here. And then come back down somewhere, at least to where we're at now. We will see some sort of a pullback. I don't think we're just going to blast right through before getting the election results and more economic data. The jobs data on Friday the employment data on Friday is going to be important. And the PCE is probably going to match similarly to the CPI data, so that's not a big deal. But certainly the election is significant, the unemployment data, and the FOMC meeting, and so I don't see an all-time high before we get a resolution of all that stuff, and that's out here. So if we did come up to there, I do believe we'll pull back. And there's that gap that we have to fill. So I'm just going to hesitate now. No, this is not financial advice, and everybody's situation is different. I already have positions in all the altcoins that I want to hold, and all the Bitcoin I want to hold. The only thing I'm looking right now is to increase leverage as price goes up. So that may or may not be your situation. So everybody just needs to do what fits them. All right. So remember not to like or subscribe to my channel, and don't tell anybody about it. All right. Bye.